Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Now they'll try the right side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He'll return it from the 50. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. First down here for the offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Canes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The Buckeye aerial attack continues to be prolific. You feel as if they're on the verge of scoring on any snap.
And it's such a good blend between such great offensive talent year after year after year that you see go to the draft, but also great play calling, great play design. They've always got it working, and you know this offense is always capable of hanging 40 points and making it look easy.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Got him downfield. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Back to pass, it's Sayin. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Trying to barge in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. And the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. From their own 18-yard line, it's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
No, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Dropping back, it's Cole. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Hurricanes will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Canes want to pick up the tempo. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Horton. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Martinez on the carry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On third down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They pump it up inside their 3. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Touchdown, Hurricane! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you just go over the offense, like, bro, we got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. Quick strike complete. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. Trying to beat the D deep. Ball in the air. Intercepted. Just a small return, but a big play as they head it now at the 45.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Good timing on the quick out. On the move is the 30. Afterburner's coming. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Miami! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up 14 over Ball State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts.
And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Canes. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Graham. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down and run. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. 6-9-1, looking to throw. Got his man on the outside. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on second down. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. He found some really good running room on that one. It just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. And you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
To the air, it's Cole. Unloads it left. It's complete. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, and he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. Lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. 14. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense?
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, this guy's going to make catches all over the field. That time, he lined up all the way to the left side. He was able to cross the entire field to make a catch on the right side. Defense lost track of him, and it ended up being a big play.
They'll throw it on first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Getting some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Looking left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll turn to Martinez. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Miami! And the stomping has commenced. What a grab and what a quick strike for that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is in front. They've been impressive today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 11 over Ball State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Coming after him. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback is snowed under. Well, look at this. 4th down and 1.5 miles, and the offense is still on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Touchdown, Caves! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
What a beautiful sight. Not only are we big and strong and powerful and athletic, you can have unbelievable hands to the mix because we can catch a football too, just like those little DBs, create turnovers, force interceptions. Let's go.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Brings up second down.
And the Canes are threatening in the red zone.
Green 25.
Running it to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 45, Ohio State 14.
Got it.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2.
It's now second and goal.
Okay, ready?
Now on 2nd and goal.
Cricket.
They'll run the option. Touchdown Hurricanes! And the route is on. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The give to the back. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, I'm going to need these runs. I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll give it to the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Up-tempo for the offense. Trying play action. Going up top. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
Easy.
And he throws another interception. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Miami. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And he makes the extra point. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it.
14.
No return coming. He'll call for the long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Got his man downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Now the toss. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Trying to convert this 2nd and short. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
To the ground, he's got it again. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Moves.
He's got it on the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
And the Canes have pushed it inside the 20. On the option. Now the toss. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes! And the beatdown has ensued.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes,
There he goes down the right side. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. They're trying to get to him. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Those defenders were seeing red. The quarterback felt it and got down quickly. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. The snap sets up to throw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this, well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good.